Hello friends, in the series on the income tax cases, today we will discuss a very important case which is based on the calculation of the period up to which the notice under section 148 can be issued in consequence to the direction of the Supreme Court judgment in the case of Ashish Agarwal versus Union of India dated 4th May 2022. The present case has been decided by Raipur ITAT bench in the case of Deputy Commissioner of Income Tax versus Vinay Agarwal, and this case is reported in 125 ITR Tribunal Short Notes 34 and the date of the judgment is 17th Feb 2025. The present case relates to the assessment year 14-15. In the present case, the notice for the assessment year 14-15 was issued to the Assessee on 9th June 2021 in the old format, that is section 148. The assessing officer was having the period to issue this notice up to 30th June 2021. So if we calculate the difference between 9th June 2021 to 30th June 2021, this comes 22 days. This 22 days is the most important period in calculating the limitation period. These notices were challenged by the various assessees, and due to the Ashish Agarwal case, these notices were given a second life by the court by saying that these notices will be treated as notice under section 148A clause B, and the revenue has to issue within 30 days from the date of the order of the Supreme Court judgment a fresh notice to the assessee under section 148A clause B by providing all the necessary details to the assessee. So by following that judgment, the assessing officer issued notice to the assessee under section 148A clause B on 20th May 2022 within 30 days. So as far as this limit was concerned, the AO was within limits. Now, as per the direction of the Ashish Agarwal case, the assessee has to give his reply within 14 days from the date of the issue of notice under section 148A clause B, that was 20th May 2022 in this case. So the assessee has to give the reply up to 2nd May 2022. So up to this period the case is clear. Now the issue arises that up to which time the assessing officer can issue the notice under section 148 to the assessee now. Now we have to go the surviving period, that is the date on which the original notice to the assessee was issued, that is 9th June 2021, and the last date up to which he can issue the notice under section 148 to the assessee, that was 30th June. So 22 days were left to the assessing officer. Now if we add this 22 days to the date on which the assessee gave the reply to the assessing officer on 2nd June 2022, the limitation period comes 23rd June 2022. So in the present case, the assessing officer was having the period up to 23rd June 2022 to issue the notice to the assessee as per the directions of the Honorable Supreme Court in the case of Ashish Agarwal versus Union of India dated 4th May 2022. But in the present case, the notice was issued on 29th June 2022. So the assessee was challenging this notice in the Raipur ITAT bench. When the bench heard the matter, the bench said that in the present case, by seeing the directions of the Supreme Court in the case of Union of India versus Ashish Agarwal case, and by calculating the period as per the surviving period concept, the notice issued by the assessing officer in the present case, that is 29th June 2022, is clearly time barred. Friends, this case is very important because this matter has become very complex. To understand the time limits by keeping the various dates is very difficult, but this case throws a very clear-cut line in calculating the time period. At the end of this video, once again I am repeating the name of the case. The name of the case is Deputy Commissioner of Income Tax versus Vinay Agarwal, and this case is reported in 125 ITR Tribunal Short Notes 34 and this matter has been decided by Raipur ITAT bench on 17 February 2025. Thank you, friends.